This page will show you the oxygen requirements for growth. This is showing a typical way that bacterial cells would distribute themselves in these thioglycolate tubes, depending on their oxygen requirements. In thioglycolate tubes, the oxygen is going to be really high at the top of the tube, and so that's where the obligate aerobes are going to cluster. They're the ones who need to have oxygen in order to grow. They are performing aerobic respiration. Down at the bottom, you're going to find the obligate anaerobes. These are the ones who don't need oxygen to grow. They're probably doing just fermentation or just anaerobic respiration. And they actually don't have the enzymes that are needed to deal with the presence of oxygen. And so they are hiding from that oxygen because the oxygen is toxic to them. Here we have facultative anaerobes. Facultative anaerobes typically can do aerobic respiration, and so they will preferentially. That's a much higher yield of ATP than the other types of catabolism. And so you'll see a cluster at the top for these facultative anaerobes, but they also can grow throughout the thioglycolate media because they can switch to either anaerobic respiration or fermentation as needed. And now we have our aerotolerant anaerobes. Aerotolerant anaerobes can grow throughout because they don't need oxygen for their energy needs, so they can grow way down here at the bottom, but they're not hurt by oxygen either, so they can grow up here by the top. And then we have the microaerophiles, which have very stringent qualifications for how much oxygen should be available to them. And so they grow right here in this little lower oxygen area, not quite at the top where it's high oxygen, the 21% that's found in the atmosphere, not here at the bottom where the oxygen is too low, but just in this just right spot for the microaerophiles.